So, my name is Chelsea Smithy. I did my career profile on being a child protective services specialist, and I kind of focused my information um, on Arizona. I didn't have a person that I actually contacted and talked to about it at all, but from what I studied and from what I also knew before, I know that uh, this profession can have multiple stressors just because of the impact it can have on you personally, emotionally, if you connect with some of your clients and actually seeing these kids in impoverished situations, it can have a negative effect on you sometimes, just psychologically. But also it can be very rewarding seeing how you are helping these kids. The work environment, I liked a website that I found. It talked about some core values that they have, but they obviously aren't limited to these things. It has to do with accountability, partnership, diversity, staff support, so they're helping one another, they're working together, and communication is a big one. I just think these are really important in this profession because you're encouraging other people to do these things. So it's kind of hard to expect these things of other people if you're not even doing if you're not even doing them yourself. And so I think it is very beneficial to have good relationships within your work environment, with the relationships with your coworkers and stuff like that, because then it can just carry over into positive relationships with your clients as well. If you're already having a hard time with your coworkers, that can negatively affect how you work with your clients. And just some good benefits, I guess, would be normal things like insurance, dental plans, the time you get off, the sick days, vacation days, different things like that. And then the job normally consists of working with kids that are either being neglected or abused and responding to complaints or suspicions of those things happening. And these you can respond to at daycares, at church programs, at the school, at the actual house. You can be notified from teachers, from family members, from neighbors, maybe the other spouse in the relationship. Say mom was being abusive and dad reported it, kind of thing. Those are all different tasks or things in the job description that you could expect. And then counseling, where to do better as a parent, and possibly even removing the child from that situation, as well as offering or recommending corrective action and counseling to those parents. And the starting salary would be about $25,000, and the experience is about $65,000. And since this is such a sensitive area and such a serious profession in terms of taking care of these children and these families and things like that, it requires a background check and an investigation kind of thing and a psychological screening. I did talk to a professional that doesn't necessarily deal with this specifically, but they did kind of touch base on how often the politics of this work is changing, and it can be hard to keep up with the education for this profession. And so that is kind of the life of a Child Protective Services specialist.